and welcome to the first in a new series of Winterfold podcasts, brought to you by us, the pupils of Winterfold House. You find us fresh into the Lent term, Christmas is over, carol services are done, and we're back into the swing of a new term. Time does not stand still here, and there's always something to do. Whether it be lessons, preps, sports, music, matches, attending Owl Club, enjoying Celebration Assembly, or recording a podcast in our very own radio studio, there is always something. For those of you that perhaps don't know, Winterfold as a school has been around for 100 years, and we reside in a beautiful part of the county of Worcestershire with view over the Malvern Hills. We are a really happy and vibrant school, and our intention with this podcast is to bring you a snapshot of what is going on here every couple of weeks or so. We will be updating you on our recent sporting accomplishments, extracurricular activities, exciting lessons that have taken place, and of course, we welcome the return of Winterfold's weird and wonderful world of wow. Trust us on that one. The pods are all written by us, the pupils, with maybe a smidge of help from the staff. But it will be our voices, the pupil voices, that you will hear most as we update you on the life and times of Winterfold House School.
The weekly roundup. First up, here's a little recap on some things that went on at Winterfold during the week beginning Monday 15th January 2024. The theme of the week was It's Important to Talk. In our PSHE assembly, Miss Langston spoke about being clear on our needs, instructions, and how this helps us to explain to others how we feel. On Wednesday, we were blessed to be joined by Leslie Redhead in assembly. She talked about her incredible career becoming a counsellor at Bromsgrove School. Leslie shared the importance of talking through worries that helps us untangle any challenging thoughts that we may have.
Year 6 have started their Healthy Living project with Kidderminster Harriers, which takes topics such as healthy eating, dental care, traffic safety, anti-smoking and mental health issues through sport. It always proves to be very informative and popular with children.
It was another busy week in Key Stage 1. Year 1 children helped Alan the Explorer to put countries and cities into alphabetical order in English. During their forest school session, they examined ice patterns and enjoyed hot chocolate to warm up. In history, children learnt about Christopher Columbus and Neil Armstrong. In Year 2, mathematics children looked at the measurement and sang their hearts out in the choir with Miss Richardson. In English, the children researched the famous attractions in England, and PSHE they reflected on their achievements from last year.
In the early years, reception children have been learning about African animals. In literacy, they created the story maps and sang the rhyme Five Little Ducks, retelling the story using languages such as first, next, and after. In mathematics work, they've focused on one less and one more. In kindergarten, 2 children talked about the signs of winter and shared their ideas during circle time. They played a Build a Snowman game and created a beautiful winter collage. And in PE, children used their imagination skills and danced like snowflakes. Meanwhile, kindergarten 1 children listened to We're Going on a Lion Hunt and roared like lions. All the children enjoyed making lion paintings and looked at pictures of lions in their natural habitat.
News from the sports desk. Now here's the sports report from Tuesday 16th and Wednesday 17th of January.
On Tuesday, our under 9 girls and under 8 girls enjoyed their first netball fixtures of the season, with the Down Malvern demonstrating impressive passing and shooting and great teamwork. The under 13 teams secured commanding victories at Moore Park, showing super skills and teamwork and dominance on the court. Meanwhile, the under 13B team faced the setback, losing their match. Despite this, they displayed commendable effort, sportsmanship and teamwork on the court. The under 11 A and B teams hosted Moore Park, and both teams played superbly, demonstrating a strong presence and creating a number of opportunities on goal. The Year 5 girls shown true sportsmanship at their fixtures against Bromsgrove Prep, showing the Winterfold away by empathising with the opposition and congratulating their progress of their opponents.
2 of our junior football teams played Moore Park at home on Tuesday and had an excellent games. Congratulations to the Colts A team, who won the Matty Thacker Shield for the first time since it was renamed in memory of former pupil Matty 15 years ago. Matty's mum came along to watch and inspired our boys with a pep talk after their second game. The team only conceded 1 goal in all 7 of their matches and were deserved winners of an excellent final with RGS The Grange. The Colts B and C teams played at the Elms and had exciting draws in 2 very evenly contested matches. The first team continued their successful run with 8-4 win against the Elms, whilst the second team had a very enjoyable home game with the Elms and played some skillful football. A massive congratulations to everyone for some super sporting action.
Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes With. This is a new feature we have introduced for this season of podcasts. We aim to interview a member of staff and find out a few gems about them that you didn't know. This week, we were fortunate enough to catch up with our head of history, Mr Dieppe. Good morning, Mr Dieppe, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, it's a pleasure.
We are going to ask you a few questions to find out a little more about you, so please be honest, or as honest as you can be. Okay, first up, who are you outside of school and what do you do?
Right, well, I'm still Mr Dieppe outside of school as well as inside of school. But I suppose I'm slightly different because I'm not teaching out of school. But I do like to do lots of things out of school. I obviously like to read lots of history all the time because I'm a history teacher. But I like to go running a lot and I like to take my dog for a walk. My dog is probably my favourite child. Yes, we go for walks and runs all over the countryside. And I also do a bit of writing as well, actually, out of school too.
We here at Radio Winterfold have heard rumours that you are an author. Is this true?
Yes, I just divulged that. Yes, I do dabble. I've just finished my 3rd book actually. So, yes, I suppose I am a proper author.
So, what is your 3rd book about?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's quite dark actually. It's set after a terrible nuclear apocalypse. And it's set on a boat in the middle of the Atlantic. There are 20 people on the boat who've kind of survived on this cargo ship. And then it goes down a sort of a route of everyone getting a bit paranoid. And then there's murder and there's mystery and all sorts of things.
Where is the best holiday you have ever been on?
Oh wow, that's a really difficult one. Well, I recently went canoeing in Sweden, and that was fun, apart from the torrential biblical rain. But other than that, it was brilliant. And then also, I went to America a couple of times, and that was great too.
Which was your favourite lesson you taught in 2023?
Oh my goodness, favourite lesson? Oh, there are so many. What could I possibly say? Oh, actually, 2020, that was last year, wasn't it? Oh, last year we did the wonderful day, the History Day, where everyone had to sort of do some research on a particular decade, and that was such a fantastic day because everyone was doing history. So I think that would probably be my favourite.
Now I pass you on questions with Lily May.
Hello, Lily.
If you were a biscuit, what biscuit would you be?
I think I'd be something flamboyant. Probably, let me have a think. A Garibaldi, but a Garibaldi with some icing on it and some special chocolate sprinkles.
When would you say you've been the most happy in your life?
I'd say at the moment, actually. Yes, definitely in the moment.
If you were given the chance to go to the Titanic or the moon, which one would you go and why?
Well, are we talking about the Titanic before it sank or after it sank?
Yeah,
After, okay. Then, do you know, I think I'd rather, if I was diving down, I think I'd rather go diving around the Titanic rather than go to the moon, because the moon looks a bit boring. It's a bit grey. There's not much going on. So, yeah, I think I'd go to the Titanic.
If you were a Teletubby, which Teletubby would you be?
I'd definitely be La.
Other than writing and teaching, what hobby do you do outside of school?
Probably running. I like to just run in the countryside for miles and miles and miles, because it gets me into the fresh air and keeps me vaguely fit.
Thank you so much for joining us, Mr Dieppe. I think we've all learned a thing or two and discovered more about the man, the author, the legend.
Thank you very much. I very much enjoyed it.
Now it is a welcome return to Winterfold's Weird and Wonderful Worlds of Wow. Here at Radio Winterfold, we are fascinated by random facts and strange truths that are not widely known. We have true books and the internet to find some of the most interesting, weird and wonderful things that occur here on planet Earth. We do the heavy lifting in this area so you don't have to. We thought we'd start with the human body. You've all got one, but how much do you know about it? Number 1. You tend to blink your eyes about 20 times a minute, which equals 10 million times a year.
No way.
Number 2. Our cornea, the transparent front part of the eyes, doesn't get any blood supply and receives oxygen directly from the air.
No way.
Number 3. When a human blushes, they feel it in the lining of the stomach, as it also turns red.
No way. No way.
Number 4. Your small intestine is taller than you and measures about 23 feet.
No way.
Number 5. When you calculate all the blood vessels in the human body, there are more than 10,000 miles of blood vessels present.
No way.
Number 6. A final weird fact about the human body is that we humans shed about 600,000 skin particles every hour. That's an average of 40,400,000 every day.
Excellent.
Yuck. That's all from Winterfold's Weird and Wonderful Worlds of Wow. See you next time!
If you've made it this far, well done, and thank you for joining us on our first pod of Season 2 of the Radio Winterfold podcasts. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to seeing you again next time. This podcast was made by Claudia, Ed, Felix and Lily May with a smidge of help from Mr Lowton. It was recorded here in our studio here at Winterfold House and is a Radio Winterfold production.